Oh man, this thumbnail is totally going to spoil the ending of the previous little chapter, but that's okay. We got chapter 14 of Uzumaki here. Let me adjust my microphone slightly. There we go. It's called Butterflies. And this is a chapter that the anime just kind of glossed over. Like, the anime did include this stuff with these reporters coming into town. And I think this is really vital material for us because it's connecting us with the outside world. If you go back and you kind of see how I'm talking about the progression of the series, I kept talking about how it gets whiter and whiter as the story goes on. We start out very personal with Shuichi and his family, then a friend's family, then their schoolmates, the whole school, then the town, the whole world, the storm system. They're not alone. Lots of people are interested in what's going on. Lots of people are trying to help them. Lots of people are showing up and being like, hey, what's going on? The problem is, all those people are meeting with disaster as soon as they get in. They don't understand how the town works at this point. And in fact, we, the audience, the readers, are just now being introduced to how weird things have gotten in the town here in this chapter. Let's see. So this is probably a good kind of indicator of just how weird things have gotten. The reporter here, and I forget her name, she has survived the car crash caused by that twister that attacked them. And she's been wandering. She's down here, Dragonfly Pond. Lake's a whirlpool. Rumble, 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 rumble. And she sees these three kids. They're staked out, man. I don't know why they're staked out. But this is what the anime left out, was these three malicious little brats. So here in this story, these little kids, they roll in and they cause a whole lot of trouble. In fact, we got plenty of pages here. So probably this is a good spot right here. This is like 2 pages over or whatever. As soon as she lets them kids out, hey, where are you going? Aren't there any adults around? Wait a minute. She's trying to get some info out of these little kids. Well, these little kids, they are mastering the spiral. They're mastering how to use the spiral as a weapon. So it's not enough that the town is basically leveled by the hurricanes, the typhoons, the twisters, all that stuff that's been rolling in. No. The buildings that are left standing are now very much under attack. Here's some poor little house, right? And what do they do to it? Woo! They make a giant tornado. It hits the house. It destroys the house. These dudes are totally left out of the animation, out of the anime that they just did, which is a shame. I guess they don't want to show like little kids being evil or whatever on television, but why not? Why not? Now, more happens here. These little kids keep picking on buildings and people and stuff happens, and you should read this chapter to find out. This is less of like a scary chapter and more just kind of like we're dressing the world up to show where things have gone, how bad things have gotten for everybody. For Kiri and her family, for Shuichi, who is all alone at this point, for the town in general, for all the people wandering into the town, getting attacked, getting lost. This place is falling apart. Society has completely broken down. And the only place people can go, well, I guess that's a little bit of a spoiler. We could talk about that in the next chapter's review. But there's one particular kind of place people can go to seek safety, to seek shelter. There's one kind of building that survived all of this terror, all of this horror, all of this madness. These kids are totally unsympathetic, by the way. Like, don't feel bad. If you look at these guys and you go, man, they're being little bully brats. Well, yeah, you're correct. Don't feel bad about it. They have made their choices. Right? I get to use that tone of voice, right? They have made their choices. They've made their bed, and now they must lie in it. Anyway, you all take care of yourselves. This is a good chapter. It's not really scary, but it's weird, and it sets up basically the rest of this material. The rest of this book all builds off of what happens right here. So take care of yourselves. I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.